So, Mederic, tell us about how the time waver software is used to help heal people.
Okay, so we just saw a device which is therapy, where you have nothing to do. You just switch it on and everything is put into place.
Okay.
Quite the exact opposite is a time waver, where you can have a really enormous load of information. So it's working only in the information field. And the way to access the information field is very clever. It's there is a laser which fires 4 million photons per second, and the device measures entropy. Okay, so the entropy varies according to the quality of information, and so it can measure, it can send a lot of different information and measure how the entropy is moving when it sends the information to your personal IP address in the consciousness field somehow. So we start by taking your address, like your phone number or IP address.
Okay, so let me just explain to people
that's what we just did.
Mederic asked me to hold that time waver device.
Yeah,
and so in a produced a patton. So tell me about that pattern. What does it say? Am I a sick person or a healthy person?
At this time, we don't really work on sickness or also. We work really on the information field.
Okay.
So consciousness. Okay. So it's more a device to get what your purpose is in life, and if you are aligned or not, and what is blocking you for that. Okay. So it can be sickness, but it can be psychological problems. It can be karmic problems. It can be relationships with families. It can be a lot of
physical, emotional, mental, spiritual, and more.
And this device addresses every level, which is
all right. So let me just get a shot of what you're doing there.
So for instance, you can do for instance a complete analysis of organs.
Okay.
And the device will send in the information fields the information about all organs and measure the entropy of every organ, and then just tell which one are under-regulated, which means chaos, okay, or over-regulated, which means stiffness.
Rigidity,
Yeah, rigidity, and which are quite equilibrated, so no problem. And then you can just, if you want to know what happens in your thyroid, you can just zoom in it, and it will analyze thousands of potential problems and measure the entropic field of it.
This is based on that simple holding of that device.
Yeah, because once we have your phone number, the device can ask questions to your information field, and your information field is your consciousness, your shadow, your unconscious, your body, and so on and so on. So these questions, when we took your address, you explicitly gave permission to the device to ask you questions somehow, and then it will send the questions into your information field and measure how the entropy varies. So it can see which are the problems, which are the solutions, and then send the solutions. And the solutions could be natural complexes or digitalized drugs, energy, information, and so on. And we have several doctors that say, when I send the information of the drug, I can measure the exact same effect in the body of the people than when they actually take the drug by the mouth.
So my throat, which I've always had a problem with my throat since I was a small child, and I had my tonsils taken out. And I used to sing beautifully in a choir, in the Bach choir in the University of Toronto orchestra. But when I became a teenager, my voice changed, and my band, I couldn't sing anymore properly.
That's something we could work on. But
here's an immediate correlation with what my personal history.
So you can see you can see physical problems, and then you can go up the causes analysis to go up to the cause. Okay.
So cilantris essence and some herbs would
that could help.
that.
You know, that could help, but it's not such a high pertinence. So maybe we can we can just go down to
allergies.
Yes, allergies and moistures, for instance. And this one could be cured by this, and this one I could send right now into your information field. You know?
Wow.
So in a few clicks, I could find the causes, find solutions, and just send the solutions into your field.
So you sent me an information field solution.
Yeah, exactly.
To help my throat.
Yeah, exactly. As if you took this herb mix.
Of course, but that's exactly how the products that we were working with some oncologists in Italy. stem cell research with the zebrafish DNA and a homeopathic product with the zebrafish DNA, which resonates with the cells. And in liver cancer, it cured 1 in 4 patients, complete remission, which is like a miracle, as Dr. Viava
It's
has
quite
said.
similar to what you could do with homeopathy, except that everything is in the database and you have 600,000 information.
600,000?
Yeah. Which
So
is a lot.
who created the time?
It's a German guy who is absolutely genius. He has been a monk. He has been a quantum physicist and regular physicist.
What's his name?
Markus Schmicke.
Schmicke. Marcus Schmidt.
Schmicke.
Schmickel. Okay.
Yeah. And I created a publishing company in France, and I publish also his books. So I translated his books also.
That's amazing.
Yeah, and he's really an interesting guy, because he does a lot of bridging between things that are usually not bridged.
That is very exciting.
Yeah.
I've got to say,
you create a list with all the things that could be helpful for you, and you get some analysis on how much it is helpful and so on, and then you can decide to send this list regularly. For instance, every day and a half for 5 minutes, it will be sent into your information field.
Wow.
So it's like taking every day and a half a drug and having a long-term effect, you know. And to summarize, I would say it's a learning device.
Yes.
But on so many levels. You can learn in your body, you can learn in your consciousness, you can learn in your shadow, because you regularly get the relevant information, and this information will help you change. Okay? Because when you are blocking, you need to change and take another path. So this device identifies which paths have the less entropy, so which are the most pertinent for you, and help you just navigate this new path to go around the obstacle and just be able to go forward in your life.
So because we met through bioresonance, the Paul Schmidt.
True.
And it's a very similar thing, and it's like an engineering diagram, his book. It's huge.
So that's still another a completely different way of healing, but we still have this device, and I'll explain it to you, but I will just
but this seems to be much quicker.
It's very different
because the other one involved my whole energy field. I felt like I was being superheated. I had to drink a liter of water in an hour. Because sitting in the chair with the magnetic frequencies on.
Drinking water is also important when you do energetics.
Exactly.
So you can work on aura if you wish, real time. If you focus and you want to increase your crown chakra, for instance, you will see it moving.
And that's just for people who aren't familiar with this. This is what the traditional Indian Ayurvedic medicine and others would, or the Chinese Qi would call your chakras. Right.
So you can see the coherence of every chakra, and it moves in real time.
Wow.
Be you in the room or be you in the other side of Earth, of course, it doesn't change.
So that just
so probably
tell me.
Currently,
tell me, doctor, what's ailing me? What do I need to do? Because this is amazing.
Okay, so you can measure the pulse and get some information on pulse.
Okay.
This is a module for coaching, so it's more. I could put it in English. It's in French. Okay, you will work your French.
That's fine.
Yeah. So this is a module specific for coaching.
Spirituality, personal development, life mission.
You can work on maps. That is actually amazing. You can use maps and drop things on the map and work on a house, for instance, and see where the problems are in the house, what kind of problems there are, and work on it remotely. And for instance, we work with agricultural people. We work on fields, and we work on parasites on the fields. So vine, apples, and so on. Okay?
Yes.
And each time there is a parasite, it directly shows up in the software remotely. And we can send the corrections through the software, and the parasite vanishes in the field.
So here's the thing. I've been battling Pyrale du Buis for several years that are eating the hedges of the buis, right? And they're killing all the hedges in England, and nobody knows what to do. Or, so you could say, well, there's Pyrale du Buis in your hedges.
Yeah, we can probably work on it. But then I would be cautious with it